Anga oy, nabali yun o. Anga oy. Patay na yun. Patay.
Yo, so what's going on, guys, man? You know, it's your boy, Brother in Paradise, and we back here with another one. I'm gonna start doing a lot of videos because when I be going around the Philippines, I get a lot of footage from driving and from just running around, running errands and stuff. And you know, I may not always have the time to set up the tripod and record an actual video with a topic, but I'm gonna start dropping some, you know, audio on some of the footage that I have from me just running around, you know. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about these earthquakes. There, right now, I'm in General Santos, right? And it's my first time in Mindanao, and you know, I've been to. I've only really bounced between Digo City, General Santos City, Davao City, and you know, kind of like back and forth. I haven't really went, you know, outside of those, you know, too far outside. I've went outside of those areas, but not too far, like Cagayan de Oro or, you know, Zamboanga. You know, I haven't went that far out. But I've been, you know, a couple of places, Palomaloc, and, you know, like, not too far out, but just close enough to where your boy can get back to safety if I need to, you know what I mean? So, as far as these earthquakes, man, down here in Mindanao, it's a little different. You know, like, well, we all know that the Philippines get earthquakes. You know, these guys sit right alongside the Ring of Fire, you know. And if you don't know what the Ring of Fire is, it's a chain that goes around the world and where the most active volcanoes are. And, of course, you have volcanoes that's made by plate tectonics, and you have, you know, the heaviest and strongest earthquakes along that Ring of Fire. It's around, you know, it goes around California and goes down to South America and works its way on up. But over here on the Asian side, it comes on up, you know, by right here at the Philippines. Like, you know, we're not talking like, oh, it's next to the Philippines. Nah, that bit right there. You know what I mean? So, and I'll post, you know, to show you guys what I'm talking about here. You know, but yeah, they're right next to the fault line, just like California, you know. And but this is a different type of fault line than California. California is a slip plate, which means the United States and California are sliding past each other, the plates. You know, here in the Philippines, you have a subduction plate, which means that the ground that's underneath the Pacific Ocean is being sucked under the ground that the Philippines sits on. You know, that's the most simplified way I can put it. I don't want to give a geographical lesson here, but the ground that's underneath the Pacific Ocean is being sucked under the ground that, you know, the Philippines and Taiwan and everything sits on. You know, so it's that's the worst type of zone, in my opinion, to have, you know, a fault line. You know, because when that ground is getting, you know, sucked under, it's causing the ground that's on top to bend. And then what happens when you have something that bends? You know, it's gonna break. You know, just like a rubber band, you pull it back far enough and you let it go, it's gonna boom, you know, and it's gonna release all of that energy. And that's what's happening here in the Philippines. The ground that the Philippines sits on, the plate that the Philippines sits on, is being pulled back as the ground that the Pacific Ocean slides underneath it. And once it get to a certain place, where the ground just can't take the pressure no more, then it snaps, and it releases all of that energy. And I've been in an earthquake before, but I have never been in a earthquake as bad as the ones here in Mindanao. Like when I first got here, they had a 7.3. And I'm gonna post videos from Facebook. I'm also gonna drop everybody's credits, for their Facebook videos in the in the comment section below. But these are some of the clips that you're seeing from Facebook, where you see inside the malls, the roof collapsing and falling and people running and screaming, and outside of the outside of buildings, the signs just falling and crumbling and crushing, and it's crazy, and that was my first day here, and I was like, I don't think I want to be here, bro. I'm good, bro. I this might not be the part of the Philippines for me, you know what I mean? Like, and that was a 7.2. That really made me feel uncomfortable when I first got here. That left me with a very uncomfortable feeling in my stomach as far as being here in the Philippines, living here, doing my thing. That's not. I don't want to play that type of game. So. After that earthquake, there was a bunch of smaller ones, and that was the strongest earthquake I had ever been a part of, and that was 7.2. So, and then I had a bunch of smaller aftershocks like 5.1, 5.4, 4.8, stuff like that. But that wasn't nothing compared to the 7.2. Like, stuff was falling, like it was like one of those apocalyptic movies, like apocalyptic movies where everything is just going straight to hell. So but I mean, the people here are used to it, so that was a 7.2, and not too long ago we had a 7.6. Now this one hit in the middle of the night, which I think is even more dangerous because you can't see nothing, you don't know nothing, your house could collapse and you just right there laying in the bed like, what's good, bro? And that 7.6 was a whole nother ball game. Where, like, the 7.2 was drastic, but the 7.6, I will never in my life forget how I felt when that earthquake hit. And the 7.6, it hit all the way on the other side of Mindanao. So I was nowhere close to it. Like, I was like a 6-hour drive from it, like by car, like 6 hour. I was about a 4.5 to 5 hour drive away from where the earthquake hit. But that's still a long time. That's like Miami to Jacksonville, or Jacksonville to Atlanta, a little bit longer than that. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, like that's a pretty decent distance for an earthquake to be felt. Well, it's not a big distance for an earthquake to be felt. It's a big distance for the earthquake to still be so strongly felt. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. And I remember my girl woke me up out of the bed and she was like, "Babe, it's an earthquake, it's an earthquake." And I was like, "Oh, okay, all right, cool." And I was looking around and stuff while I was in bed, but I really don't know how to explain it, man. I felt like something was off. Like something wasn't right. And it only took me a second to figure it out, but in that 1 second that I was looking around when she woke me up, she said, "Babe, it was an earthquake." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was looking to see if anything was falling, if she was good, and it hit me. it the ground felt like I was on a small fishing boat out to sea. That's how the ground felt. Like it felt like the ground turned to liquid. Now I'm like 5 hours away from the epicenter of the earthquake, and it felt like the ground turned to liquid, yo. And I can't I don't think I will ever forget that feeling. That's the strongest earthquake. You know, the first was the 7.2, and then this 7.6 was on a whole different ball game. The 7.2 was even closer, and it didn't feel like this. You know, that 7.6 hit, and it was just like I was on a boat just going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. You know, and I'll never forget that. Like that scared the bejesus out of me. You know, and I wanted to drop this video and give some footage and stuff like that because I didn't know that they had I knew that they had earthquakes. I know that the Philippines have earthquakes, but I didn't think that they were this frequent and this strong. I could have guessed that because they're right there on the fault line. You know, like, but if you pull up Google Maps and you zoom in, you can see the fault line. You can see how deep it is, the trench and everything, and you see the ground. You know, like on this side right here is the Pacific plate, and this is the one plate that the Pacific Ocean sits on, and right here it's being sucked under the Asian plate. And so you have this very, very deep trench that you can see from just looking at the map. And the Philippines sit right there, bro. Like they right there. Especially Mindanao. It's right here, right next to that bit. Like I could throw a rock. Not really, but you know what I mean? Like it's that close, bro. You know, so I don't really feel like I Mindanao is okay. I just don't feel like it's for me. You know, not only because of the earthquakes, there are other reasons too that I feel like Mindanao may not be for me. But right now, this is where my roots are going to be planted. You know, for now, until I can, you know, I don't know. But for now, I'm starting out my journey in Mindanao. So y'all pray for me, man, with these earthquakes, man. I really ain't trying to slide up out of here and meet Jesus yet. Not yet. You know, I got too many things that I'm trying to get done out here, yo. You know, and but yeah, I just wanted to drop this, show some footage and stuff. And like I said, I'm gonna be dropping a lot of different types of videos. You know, because I got a lot of footage that I don't even use because it's just recordings of me driving in the Philippines, you know, just running errands or driving from, you know, General Santos to Davao, you know, so people can see what the roads are like, what the conditions are like, what the driving is like. You know, I got videos of me going shopping, you know, in the grocery store so people can see what that's like. You know, so I'm going to be dropping a lot of voiceover videos so you can see a lot of footage and stuff that I be doing, you know. I don't think that it's good to let it go to waste. You know, so if you like it, drop a comment, drop a like. If you don't like it, then hey, bro, it's cool. You know, I appreciate you for coming by. It's your boy again, man, a brother in paradise, yo, and I really appreciate every single one of y'all, man. You know, I don't really upload frequently, you know, because I'm not really doing this for money. You know, when you're doing it for money, it's a different type of strategy with YouTube. You know, you're uploading every day, you're getting ready, you know, stuff like that. I'm not really on that yet. I will be one day. You know, don't get me wrong. One day I will be, you know, especially when I'm out here full time. You know, when I'm out here for a couple months out the year and then I'm gone and then a couple months again and I'm gone, you know, back and forth like that, then it's different. You know, but right now I'm just kind of documenting my journey. You know, and coming across everything and showing what life is like out here and stuff like that, you know. One day I probably will be doing it for money and just dropping videos every day and stuff like that. Maybe one day. But I want my YouTube channel to be more of a documentary, of things that I experienced, things that I've seen, things that I've, done. One day I'll chase the bag for YouTube, but right now I got a little bit of bag and I'm just gonna use that, to keep me afloat. So I'm sorry if I don't drop every single day and like everybody else. I'm just slowly making my way up the grind. I appreciate y'all, man, for coming through. Look, if you guys like the videos, like them, drop a comment. If not, or if there's something that you think I can improve on, you guys have been really good with dropping information like, hey, man, your audio is trash, bro. Like, like go jump off a bridge. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind the bad comments with the good ones, too. If you guys feel like, some of my equipment is trash or whatever the case may be, let me know. Don't hesitate. I'm not a person that get butt hurt. I won't be hurt. Like I got a lot of equipment, and stuff like that. And hey, sometimes it's technology, man. Sometimes it don't work that great. So you got to make improvements and stuff like that. And sometimes it gets expensive. Like the new microphone that I want for recording my videos is like $300-400. And I'm living abroad. Like, I can't just be like, oh yeah, I could get that on my next paycheck. Nah, buddy, I'm out here hustling. So it's different. Especially the cost for $300-400 when you're not working a 9 to 5. Spending half the year in the Philippines. You got a budget and stuff like that. So one day I'll upgrade the audio and stuff like that. But for right now, I'm just trying to do the best I can, yo. Y'all boys hang on with me. You know what I mean? We'll get there one day. We'll make it to the promised land, I promise. So I appreciate y'all, man. I really do love y'all, and thank you for coming through. This was Earthquakes in the Philippines. It's your boy, your brother in paradise. Much love and respect. Peace.